ever. You know?
For real,
But
like just listening to people talk and just random stories, it's the best.
Yeah.
Okay, random story time, guys.
Are we still talking video games or?
I don't know, let's do a random story.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were jumped?
Oh man, long time ago.
Like somebody
Must've
tried to
been,
get your
like,
jacket or...
grade 7 or something. I got jacked for my hat on Garfield. Like,
What happened, Lester? Tell us.
it was like right after school, man. And then like fucking somebody pushed me down, took my Chicago Bulls hat. I was like, what the hell? And I was like literally 5 houses away from my house.
Who was it? You know who did
I
it?
don't know, man. I was just like, who the hell pushed me down? I was like, what? And I turned around, and you know when you turn around, they're all running. I was like, oh, screw it, whatever. It's just a hat.
Was it a starter hat?
Yeah, it was a starter hat. It was a starter
Ah.
Bulls.
Damn it.
Yeah, and I'm all like, oh man. Oh
Let's
well.
go find him right now.
No,
We're
how?
older now. Let's get him. Find a kid with a Chicago Bulls starter hat and just jack him.
Yeah.
You remember me?
I've had plenty. I've had plenty of bikes stolen from the side of my parents' house.
Yeah.
But you weren't stumped for it, were
No,
you?
I wasn't. No, because I told my mom, like, hey, like, my bike's gone. And she's like, did you lock it? And then I was like, no. And she's like, well, that's your fault. We're not buying you a new one. I was like, okay. I guess I'll
You'll
go
walk
steal
with it.
another one. Because you know how easy it is to steal a bike, man? Especially down Garfield. Like, every yard had, like, 2 or 3. Man.
You're better off buying a stolen bike than I have to go through the work of stealing yourself. That's how Winnipeg is, man. You get $20, you'll get a new bike.
Yeah.
You scratch off the serial numbers and spray paint it black. That's how we roll. Ian, you ever been jumped?
Not really, no.
You're the
The
lucky
closest
one.
thing I could think of is, probably grade 9, where, Mike's brother, Sean.
No names, no names.
It's just first names. It's just first names. You
Okay,
guys
okay.
will know who I'm talking about, right?
Mike Godfrey.
Godfrey.
You know, like, yeah, beat it. Anyways, Mike's brother and his friend stopped me and like patted me down, trying to take change from me. He's like, "I know you're my brother's friend, so I'm not gonna hurt you." And then they just checked my pockets, and I had nothing. You know?
I'm gonna jump you, but I'm not gonna
I had
hurt
nothing. So they patted me down. It's like, "Okay, you got nothing, whatever. Okay, see ya."
Thanks for the
Wow.
practice.
That's like the worst way to get jumped, eh?
Getting
I'm not
fondled in the middle of the street?
Well, he was a bully. He was a bully,
Yeah.
but now he's
Yeah, he
a
was. I
super
know
nice guy. You know, he's a father, and he's like, yeah, he's a really good dude. But like, he was a big guy, and he was a bully back in the day.
Well, let's go get him, Ian. Let's go beat him up right now.
I don't think
Remember
I could
when
do
you had him
that.
down? Just
Still
kidding.
bigger than me.
Bigger than us, though? There's 3 of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lester can watch with the camera.
Nothing happened. Like, I didn't even.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
But yeah, that's the closest thing, I guess, to being jumped.
Okay, out of us 3, I live the furthest to the core, I guess. Not that far, but literally, I think I got jumped 3 times that I can distinctly remember. The latest time I was in grade 8, walking home with my friend Mark. You remember Mark?
Yeah.
Mark T?
Yeah.
Played tuba. Anyways, we were walking home, and I think we got past Dominion, so that's about 8 blocks from our house still. And I noticed, like, in front of us, this 2 dads walking with their kids. And when they got to we passed them. And then when we got to Dominion, he's like, "Go follow your sister home." I'm like, "Fuck, Mark, we're getting jumped here." It's like I already knew it walking for 5 more blocks. I had a chain wallet. I remember took out my chain wallet and I started wrapping it around my wrist like I'm gonna punch the guy.
Yeah.
And then we get like to where my street is, and then there's a corner store. I'm like, all right, wrap. Mark, we're gonna run into this store as soon as we get beside it, right? But then I think the guys behind us knew it, and he's like, "Excuse me." So I move over to the side so he can get past, and he starts pulling on I had this like side bag, and he's pulling on it, and I remember the only thing I said was like, "No," and my chain wallet unraveled from my fist. So I'm holding just the wallet part. I remember whipping him like, like this. And I hit him a couple of times, in the arm and in the neck. I dropped my calculator and my marker. He picked that up and ran off. And I looked for my friend Mark. He was nowhere he just ran into the store. Didn't even like tell them to help my friends getting jumped. He's just panting there. And I remember going home, and then my mom was mad at me. You know, that's $20 for the calculator. You lost your calculator. I don't know if she didn't believe me or what. But man, you got jumped and attacked, and your mom gets mad at you, the victim. Losing your calculator. That's how it is,
Oh, you
man.
know what? I remember one odd detail about that time where I got jumped. I actually did have something in my pocket, and it was something from Nate. It was like one of those little things of Banaka, like the breath spray.
From Amway.
Yeah, the Amway. Yeah.
You always
From
had those.
Amway.
I had one of those, and like he's like, "What's this?" I remember that now, and I was like,
I used to
"No, it's
hustle
just
those
breath
in
spray."
school for like $5.
Yeah, so he put it like he gave it back to me, and like because I didn't have change on me, but yeah, I remember having that.
It's my inhaler so I can breathe. No, man, that was Amway. Were any of you guys in Amway?
No,
It became Quickstar later on in life. Like,
Oh
obviously, the
man.
Amway Center, everyone knows that. But
I remember being tricked into going into a meeting with Manny. You know Manny.
oh, yeah.
He's
He
all
was
like,
in Quick.
yeah, so we're gonna meet at Tim's. It's on me, and I'm all like, who the hell's paying for this? He's like,
Coffee,
my
bro.
company, and I'm all like, what company? So I'm all like, I didn't even want to go to this meeting, and he like spilled the beans. He's like, yeah, man, it's for Amway. Well, it's now Quickstar or whatever. He's like, I got all these drinks, and like, I could teach you on how to be, a superstar or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be in this, triangle or whatever, right? I was like, screw
It's a
this.
trapezoid. It's not a pyramid. It's a
And
trapezoid.
pyramid. It's a triangle.
yeah,
Pyramid.
and I was just like, dude, I was all like, one, you could take me out if you want, but we're not gonna talk about, Amway or whatever. Like, fuck
I
off.
wish it be.
And he would
I wish it
drink
would be a
he would
fight.
drink these fucking energy drinks from Quickstar
Yeah.
or whatever. Like it was fucking crack. And I'm like, are you sure that's good for you? Like, I don't even know. Like what the hell?
I feel so
Yeah, he's
energetic.
like, I feel so good.
Yeah, I was
And
around Manny at the same time.
yeah, and
I
like
was around him at the same time, and he would do that shit to me.
yeah, and like we would go like just out and like he would like tap or well, they didn't have tap, but he would like show his card out. He's like, yeah man, I'm not even paying for this. It's Amway paying for it. I'm like, really?
Sorry, I can afford the whole coffee. And it's so
Uh,
sly the way I hate when they're not upfront about it, and they're like, "Oh, just come, we're just having a get together," and then you come and they're trying to push like a religion on you, or they're trying to push this business on you. And you're like, "Fuck, I gotta find a way to get out of this thing." You ever do that? Like, I forgot my keys, or I don't know, my mom's calling me, get out of there.
I remember
I
someone
hate
trying
when
to
it's
do
a
that.
party, right? And then you go, and it's fucking crosses on the wall. And you're like, "Oh, fuck, I'm stuck."
oh man.
I got caught into like a prayer, not a prayer party. I guess it's like a party of Christians coming to pray together. I'm like, oh fuck. You know, they had the Fatima, like the Mary statue there.
Yeah.
It was a McDonald's, and I'm like, this guy was kind of cool. We're having a party. All right, I get there. Like, what are we doing? Oh, we're gonna pray. Bro, let's go. Get out of here.
And he's all like doing the Mr. Burns. He's just like, oh, we're gonna pray.
Everyone's bringing these. I remember they're bringing like Hawaiian Lays, and then everyone who brought one put it on the altar, and I'm standing there. I'm like, oh fuck. I didn't even know it was Christianity, or it could have been another offset. I don't know what it was. I just left.
It was a cult, man. It was a cult.
It's a cult.
Oh, again,
They wanted your seed, Nate.
fuck this hate. Actually, okay, I came up with for my image online. I've come up with a new style. Cult member.
What?
You wear cult like you wear like the crew sweater and jogging pants and
Oh,
like
okay.
generic shoes from Walmart.
Wow.
That's gonna be my style this summer. Cult member. Join the cult of thriftdweller.
Button all the way to the top. Top button.
Zip all the way up. Like,
Man,
no,
you
there's no
should-
buttons. It's just a,
You should just walk around
What
with like a freaking drink cup too then. No,
that is disrespectful now, Lester.
I guess.
Talking
So.
about Heaven's Gate. Talking about Heaven's Gate. That was a tragedy.
It was.
That was a tragedy.
It was.
Stop laughing, you freak. Stop laughing.
Man, I watched a lot of those, man. The latest one too, that Birkham Yoga, Birkham? I don't know.
I haven't
Bro,